Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I'm back today with another video for you. Today I have a special package that just arrived. We have an Amazon package here. Make sure I don't get my address in there. And it is the 24th of October. So you can hazard a guess as to what book this is, and you'll know by the thumbnail. Oh, well, that was disappointing. It is Johanna Basford's Magical Worlds. I thought that I would open and give you my first impressions whilst I flip through this. I know there's a lot already on YouTube and there probably will be more to come, but it's fun giving your own thoughts, and you never know, it may be of interest to some people. I know there's certain people that I love watching their flip throughs of, and I might be one of those people for you, so this video is for you. So we have a gorgeous blue colour on the cover with her signature gold shiny details. It doesn't have a dust jacket like some of her older books do. I'm going to pop my Colouring Bumblebee to the side there. We can hear little Lexi in the background, apologies about that. We have this really fun pattern on the inside cover with pumpkins and bottles and mushrooms and butterflies and leaves and whatnot. It's fun circular design for the title page. And I need to crack the spine here. There we go, that should make it easier. We've got these 3 butterflies here. I believe I've only watched one flip through of this, and it was the one that Johanna Basford did months ago when she first got it from the printer. And I have avoided them all since then. But I believe this is meant to be Johanna and her 2 daughters. Adorable. We've got the signature "This Book Belongs To" page with a little design there. Be a good first page to colour that one. Got these 2 introduction spreads with these sort of florally frames around the edge. And then we move into the pages proper. So we've got this Small Victory style page with 12 images. I really love this little frog guy. I think he's so cute. I'm sure there will be plenty of pages like this, as her previous book Small Victories was so popular. We've got this castle flip, castle hiding amongst the trees, a very fantastical page. I wonder what these birds are doing up in the trees. They look like they should be in the water. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of magical fantasy inspired pages. I can see that the book is sewn bound, so that is good to know. You could just hear Lexi meowing in the background. We've got a fun island, and underneath it's an octopus page. This I can see in like dark moody colours. Not sure what colour I'd do the octopus itself, but that's a fun one. This reminds me of the small turtle in Small Victories. In fact, let me get it. It reminds me of this little guy. Don't they look similar? It could be its dad or something, or the mum of this turtle in Small Victories. So that's cool that she's sort of used that idea again and expanded upon it. We have an adorable little sloth here. This would be a great page to do when you want to colour some leaves and just mindlessly colour. You'd have to think of quite a few different combinations for that one, but love that. We have some froggy themed frogs and snails Small Victories here. I see this with greens and maybe some purples and blues. Love this little guy here. And look at that derpy smile. Some more smaller images. We've got some floral birdhouses and a mushroom birdhouse, it looks like. A fun one. And then, oh, I've got a bit of a mark on mine. Can I rub it out? As all my pens fall down that I've stacked up behind here. No, I've just got a brown mark on mine. Okay, that's fine. I always say that marks and dents and folds and whatnot shows that your book has been loved. But we've got this sea serpent who looks to be protecting all of his jewels down at the bottom here. It's a fun one. And we've got this lovely regal looking dragon here. Okay, Lexi. Lexi is coming. Is she going to hop up? Yeah. Okay, she is now sat on my lap. We'll see how long that lasts for. We have this very regal looking dragon here. I can see this in a variety of different colours. This will be fun to see how everyone interprets this. I could see blues, greens, reds, orange, even purple. Ooh, or even like a bright pink, something kind of different for a dragon. That'd be fun. We have a little island page with a circle design. You could turn that into a moon by adding some shiny metallic paint. You could turn it into the sun. You could just have it as a background circle of a solid colour. Oh wow, these are busy. These are kind of Lost Ocean inspired with the underwater scenery. Underwater scenes aren't my favourite to colour. This will probably be left towards the end of if I would ever to complete this book. But I do like this sort of island, like floating sea, under the sea island here. All the fishies around it. You have to pick a limited colour palette, I think, for this to make it more manageable. Oh, this butterfly is gorgeous. I see that with a lot of glitter gel pen, metallic watercolour details for this sort of detailing around here. Probably go purples and blues, like my favourite colours for that. We've got another, oh, Lexi's gone. We've got another fun little island here. This time the base of the island is made out of flowers. We've got a tiny little cottage sitting on top within a night scene. You could practice your lighting effects here with the lamp. Got a more simple sun and moon design. You could do a fun galaxy background. You could just do it all black paint. But I see this with, again, metallic watercolour I would want to use for that. This is the same design as on the cover. Yes, it is. So I know for me personally, I don't necessarily like colouring on these covers. So we have that repeating pattern design here. Not sure what I would do for the black background. It would be maybe nice having a black background here matching with a black background there. Something like that, and then just go into town with the colours. We have a lovely little hummingbird here in a starry background with a massive flower. Some tiny little houses. I love this. We've got teapots, pineapples, candelabras, apples, clocks, all different types of objects turned into houses. I think this would be really fun to colour, and picturing all the different little fairy woodland creatures that live in them. Oh, look at these dragons! They are so adorable. Look at their little faces. You could theme these to each of the different seasons. See, this is autumn. Maybe that is spring, summer, winter. That's a really fun idea. I like the idea of colouring that. We've got a really fun candy-inspired Candyland page with all sorts of sweet treats. I always love colouring candies and lollipops and etc. Lots of fun bright pastel colours I'd see, although bright and pastel are two opposites. Ooh, this is fun. We've got a fish living in a vase. We've got this cut out at the front so we can see the fish inside. And all of these gorgeous flowers sitting on the top, and what looks to be a succulent here. I'd want to maybe try and do, you know, those succulents which have like pink or purple on the edges. I want to try and recreate that for this. Then we have 3 planters with a lot going on. So we've got the plant pot, the plant's growing out, and we've got a cutout in the middle to show you a little world going on inside. There's even a giraffe on this one, a castle on the top of this tree house here, a boat underneath. Lots of different layers to that. We have a lovely circular design here. I find these very satisfying to look at, how people colour them and doing sort of a faded out background, graduating out to the outside, going into white. This reminds me of Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I picture this as a little pink house, a good one for colouring leaves, if you feel like maybe even doing different colours for leaves and challenging yourself that way. I could see this with pink or purples or blues. We have a cute little crab here holding up this circular design with some fish inside. And we have a gorgeous looking bee here. You know I love this. I'm not sure what I would do with the outside. Definitely lots of gold for this. Maybe gold metallic. And do I colour the gems to match the bee or make them contrast? Something to think about. I see these as maybe like bright pink, so maybe tying that in. Another Small Victories page with little different castles. This would be fun to find a colour palette and stick into the limited scheme and seeing how you can incorporate it differently throughout the 9 castles here. We have a fun layered island here. Little tortoise character here. And all the different... I love the layers of this. That looks fun to colour. I just feel like with this book being Magical Worlds, you can do everything, all sorts of different colours, and it will look amazing. We've got this owl in this, sitting on this crescent moon shape branch. Some lanterns hanging down. You can do some glowing effects here. A very detailed looking page of leaves. These are absolutely tiny. Like the biggest ones are smaller than my little finger, these leaves. So maybe just mindlessly colouring with some water-based markers, doing a tiny bit of shading on top with pencils, might be the way to go for this page. Or another candy-inspired page with all these sweet treats in a circular motif this time. And we have some of the images from here made into these Small Victory spreads here. I would definitely do these 2 pages matching. I would probably colour them close together. Ooh, we got a fun page of potions. Good for practicing colouring glass. I see this with lots of blues and purples and jewel tones. And then we have the inside of a witch's cottage perhaps, or a wizard or an apothecary. This cauldron bubbling over the fire, all the knickknacks surrounding. That looks fun. We have a butterfly that looks like it is about to lift up a house, or it is lifting a house, with all these magical stardust going on around it. I love this little cottage. It's super cute. We have this frog mandala. This would be... I know a lot of people find mandalas challenging, but I find them kind of relaxing at times, because as soon as you work out one chunk and how to colour it, you're just repeating that all the way around, and you can break it up into different colouring sessions. You don't have to do it all at once. But we got lots of greens here, maybe a splash of pink or purple, and some blues. Lovely. We've got this windowed scene. This kind of confused me. We've got leaves down here, this sort of frame going on, and flowers with some buildings coming up. I wouldn't know what to do with the background for that. I'd need to see this coloured by a few people to know what I'd want to do with that one. But maybe colouring this page with the butterfly and bee on it and all the flowers and mushrooms, maybe colouring that and bringing the colours over there might make this page easier to tackle. I love this, but we'll talk about the snails first. I love these little snails, especially this one with the little flower on its head. I like how we've got different scenes going on inside their shells. That's a really fun one. And this page, perfect for autumn. Will I be able to squeeze it in this year, or will I save it for next year? This just looks like so much fun to colour. I love colouring pumpkins. Lots of orange autumnal colours I would use on that page. We've got two dragons here. We've got a floral looking one here with lots of different patterns inside its body, and one which is protecting an egg. I see this with like dark colours, maybe dark colours and light colours. Sort of like, I don't know, I just see it as like dark greens or dark blues with the fierce dragon protecting the egg. That's fun. Oh my gosh, I love this duck. This is so cute. This water looks like it'd be fun to colour, just picking a few different shades of blues, fading them out, maybe some glitter gel pen details. The duck is adorable with the little crown and the house on its back. The fact that it's contained within a circle, that is definitely one of my favourite pages from the book. Love that. And then we have this smaller design here, lots of flowers coming out from the house. We've got lots of buildings in this book. If you're not a fan of buildings, I'm not sure if you'd like this one. But we do have creatures and characters dotted around here and there. We have this grand tree house, again, lots of different houses and buildings here. Play with the lighting effects. And then we have another small victories page with a variety of different images. A cupcake house, a mushroom, lots of different mushrooms. I've got a fish, a butterfly. Seems a bit more of a random assortment here. You would have to tie that together with a cohesive colour palette, I think, to make it look like a complete page. We have this circular scene with, once again, a house on top. And I like how we've got a little bit of water in the middle here. I can see this with lots of purples for these flowers. I don't know why, but these sort of flowers that look like that with the little circles on top, I've always got to colour them purple. That's how I usually do them. We have a whale sitting in the ocean here with some mountains and a building behind it. I like how it's squared off here. But it's a bit odd how it's squared off there but not down here. So like there's no finishing point here, you would have to finish it yourself. But there is a start. I'm not sure if this feels limiting, having the border, even though I love having borders. This feels limiting that it's there. If it was all the way square down the bottom, that would make sense to me, but yeah. Another tree house. We've got lots of leaves here. And another house on top of it. Lots of buildings. That's what I'm noticing about this book. A lot of buildings. I really love this bird carrying the fish in the bottle. That's really fun. See lots of different ways that you could colour that. Oh, love that. But we'll talk about this one first. How many gems are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Ah, if there was 12, you could colour them as the birthstones for the year, and that would be a fun challenge. There's probably different gemstones that you could do to recreate. I think this would be a fun page to do, maybe one a day. Practicing how to colour gems. This is a great one to learn how to shade gems. So I really like that page. But look at this guy. Look at the fox with all the flowers surrounding it. I would find a limited colour palette for the flowers to make it easier. The fox is just adorable. And yeah, another one of my favourite pages in the book. We've got a very proud looking, it looks like a kingfisher to me. Yeah, I suppose with the crown, kingfisher way. Sitting on top of a gem here. Again, good opportunity to practice your gems. And some fun flowers sticking out the border here. I like how it's a diamond design. That's a different take. You've got this floral leafy toucan sitting on top of this little jar with a mountainous scene in it. I see that in lots of earthy natural tones. Another small victory spread. Again, some of these don't fit together. Like we've got a bird wearing a party hat, a fish, a dragon, a lobster, some balloons sort of like the images don't go together. I think I would prefer it if, say, all the fish themed ones are on a page together, so you could make that look cohesive. You've got floral ones together, fun ones like they seem to be a bit hodgepodged, but that's just my opinion. I think again, choosing a limited colour palette and keeping it cohesive in that way would help this page. This is really fun with all the rainbows. I always love colouring rainbows. You could do these birds different rainbow colours. In fact, there's 7 of them, so perfect for the rainbow. And you could practice doing different effects for the clouds. We've got this almost crescent moon shape branch tree here, holding up a rain cloud over the top of this town. Do you reckon this cloud is always there, and so the town is always being rained on? Wouldn't want to live there. I hate the rain, but it is a very cute image. This is a wintry scape, as we've got little snowflakes here. I would add probably some snow effects to the trees. Oh, and it's a hot air balloon. That's really fun. I'd love to see more hot air balloons by Johanna. They are a lot of fun to colour and you can do a lot of different things with them. Ooh, a fun spacey picture. I really like this. How we've got the tiny little house and the smoke is creating the space. I would definitely try to do a galaxy background for here, maybe with some Inktense pencils, and just have lots of fun with glitter and colour. I like how it's sectioned off so you have a clear, this is where the space is, this is everything else, and you've got a nice contrast between the top and the bottom of the page. We have a upstyle house with all the balloons, but instead of a house this time, it's a boat. That's a really fun take. I would have to go for rainbow balloons. Oh, I like these. 2 Pegasuses. Not sure what to say. And they've got these floral designs on them. Adding some like gold gel pen details to the wings would be a lot of fun. I really like this design. The building, the flowers framing it. It's a really nice composition, I think, this page. Lots of different ways you could colour it as well. We've got this house sitting atop some waves underwater. This very ornate detailed frame. The way I would colour it is probably ignore all of this and just colour it gold. So it looks like it's just that sort of engraved detail in the frame. Just add a bit of shadow around the edge of it just to create some depth. The frame excites me. I love this whale guy, an underwater scene. Got a few underwater scenes in this book, so if you like that, this is a good book for you. Oh, some more space-themed ones. I know in Small Victories that was the first time she drew space images for us to colour, as she was afraid that having space images would just be black backgrounds and boring, but we showed her that you can do lots of different things with space. I love this mandala of planets. I would just have so much fun with colours on that one. And I would probably use the colours from this page over on this one to make it nice and cohesive. Even though she doesn't necessarily like lots of black backgrounds, I think these would really pop with a black background. And lots of glittery gel pen for the stars. We've got some small victories of different flowers here. Well, not necessarily flowers, more like leafy designs of Johanna's creations. These are always fun to do. But I love this hare sitting on the mushrooms with all the leaves. I feel like you could do a nice autumnal colour palette for that one. We've got the two hares sitting here. Got a lot of detail for the background. Not sure how I would tackle this. Maybe like a stained glass effect, so use some Inktense pencils inside here and then use a metallic gel pen for all of the swirly details. That might look really effective actually. So that's one idea. And then we have three very tall bottles here. I always love colouring bottle designs, they're really fun. Like this page. Ooh, we got a nice sea serpent that is kept in a nice framed background. I see this, I just see it as green, that's all I see. And then maybe matching the green on the roof here. And then we have three butterflies with loads of stars around. I see these with jewel tones and gold metallic gel pen. I just see a lot of gold metallic gel pen in this book. And then we have the final page, the end, with this nice little design. This reminds me of Enchanted Forest actually, the sort of leaves. Then you've got a colour palette test page with a design in the corner. And that is the whole book. So I definitely have some favourite pages in here. Let me go back towards them. I think the hare is one. This house is another. This fox, absolutely adore that guy. The duck here. And I know the last one. It is the pumpkin house. That might be my favourite page from the whole book. I love the pumpkin house. And I love all the details on it as well. So that is Magical Worlds. As I said as I was flipping through, there's a lot of buildings in here. A lot of images which are quite similar. I feel like, although there is variety here, Rooms of Wonder, for example, has more variety. I prefer that over this book. But I am really excited to start colouring in this. Let me know, are you going to get your hands on this book? What are your thoughts? What's a couple of your favourite pages? I pointed mine out. I'd love to hear what your favourites are. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.